I'm out here at Johns Hopkins University. Got our brother Bruce over here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
All right. Bruce is in the streets just as much as anybody. You feel what I'm saying? He's everywhere in Baltimore. Him and his sister. They've been in this for years. I'm up at Johns Hopkins protesting guns on campus. You got enough police with guns around here. You got the MTA. You got Baltimore City, Baltimore County. Why do the Hopkins police need guns? You got Baltimore City police officers sitting in Johns Hopkins cars with their uniforms on. So is they getting paid off of double dipping? So we up here at Johns Hopkins. I'm leaving my shit. I'm hanging out my dirty laundry. Art of protest. Art and activism. Proactive.
In riot gear to stop the peaceful protests in support of the graduate students. This is how university policing has been used and will continue to be used, and why is there any reason that we should believe that Johns Hopkins is going to act any differently? I'm now going to read a portion of a petition from the UCI Black Student Union and United Students Against Swap Shops to discuss the incident that occurred at the UCI event. At the action at UCI, graduate and undergraduate students accessed the Aldrich Hall building while on campus. However, while on lockdown, a UCI student heard screams coming from within the building and followed to the sound to find a black female UCI alumna being handcuffed by UCI police officer Trish Harding. The alumna was taken into custody by UCI PD and sent to the Orange County Women's Jail. As of February 21st, she has been released from police custody. The recap of the incident affecting Shakira is intentionally devoid of language that could harm her legal case. However, we are calling on the UCI community and Chancellor Howard Gilman to demand accountability and the following. We demand financial support for Shakira. We demand psychological support services for Shakira. We demand that Trish Harding, a UCI PD officer, must be fired for actions of violence at the COLA Solidarity Action. Trish Harding was seen tackling Shakira at Aldrich Hall. Trish Harding was seen violently pulling students at this peaceful action. Trish Harding's aggressive attacks are unacceptable, and she must not be allowed to continue terrorizing people on campus. We demand the abolition of UCIPD and all their paramilitary forces. As previously articulated in the 2016 demands from Jungle Pussy and Black Student Union, UCIPD must be abolished as a step towards a safe campus for black students on this campus. The origins of policing in this country date back to slavery, when slave patrols were formed to regulate the movement and activities of enslaved people. Slave patrols physically beat enslaved and and free black folks as a mechanism of white supremacy, to maintain the subordination of all black people. Following Reconstructions, vigilante groups such as the KKK acted as additional paramilitary forces that enacted black violence against black people with the support and participation of white political and communal actors. In contemporary times, the police and all other paramilitary forces intimidate, imprison, sexually assault, and murder black people. This creates a violent space for students for the mere fact that institutions of higher learning should occupy and provide safe spaces for them, think and grow for black students. The police operating on UCI's campus problematizes the notion that the university is, in fact, a safe place to learn, think, and grow for black students. Therefore, all higher learning institutions, specifically the University of California, are extensions of this unethical institution of policing, and the abolishment of it must occur immediately. Police presence on campus is a manifestation of anti-black aggression, which produces the same psychic damage and racial terror that black folks suffer from beyond the university. The university claims to be a safe place, a place for all students to excel academically, but instead, the university engages in a range of practices and policies which reaffirm the message that we, black people, are undeserving of safety and are dispensable. This is especially true for black folks who are more marginalized, black women, black Muslim people, black people with disabilities, black LGBTQIA+ people, and black transgender, gender nonconforming, and non-binary people. The need to dismantle UCIPD and community service officers and prevent the occupation of any additional paramilitary force on campus stems from the anti-black paradigm of policing and its most recent manifestation as it harms Shakira on UCI's campus. Police reform is paradoxical because the police are already accountable in their function as neo-slave patrols. There is no way the institution of policing, which is unethical and violent towards black folks at its core, can be logically and radically amended or reformed to become more ethical or less unethical. Abolish the police now. Thank you.
Mike check! Tell him what that was from.
Oh, yeah.
Step back.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cause I don't want them to think, I don't want the people, I don't want the audience to think that you as a white person is saying stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this doesn't come from you, it comes from another university.
That's right. This is from the University California, Irvine, from the UCI Black Student Union and United Students Against Sweatshops demanding accountability regarding the incident on February 20th, 2020. There is a change.org petition. Please find it, please sign it. Support the UCI students and all the UC graduate students, and also victims of white supremacy at the impact of the UCI police force. Thank you.
Mic check! All right, this is about the University of Johns Hopkins University putting police guns on police campus. You know what I'm saying?
My name's Bill Bleish. I'm a teacher with the Baltimore City
Public Safety.
Schools. And we're out here in opposition to the process they're using to establish this racist...
Like I said, this ain't nothing but slave catching. Slave trading, 2020. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and we the cash crop. Them police is protecting white students, people against people of color. They don't want homeless people here. They don't want homeless people up here. They don't want nobody up here. You know what I'm saying? This is my baby Beth.
That's me.
You feel me? This ain't my fight. This our struggle. This white people fighting that struggle for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It ain't about color, brother. That's why I use a toilet. A toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. So in 2020, you're going to see plenty more toilets. Because I'm going to be shitting on plenty more people.
Agrees that discipline is appropriate. It's like having a fox guard a chicken coop. The other so-called accountability panel would have absolutely no say-so about cases of disrespect, racism, or excessive force, but would only be allowed to deal with issues like training. In actuality, for quite a while, Hopkins has already had a bevy of armed cops, off-duty police, and off-duty sheriffs. The real reason Hopkins wants to have a legally sanctioned armed police force is to gain immunity. Armed Hopkins cops would then be largely shielded from accountability by Maryland's Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights. Reason number 2.